Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for clicking on this video and checking out how to make an exercise plan. I'm sorry if my hair is a little bit messed up today. I actually just got back from the gym and just took a shower, so it's still kind of wet and weird. Okay, I'm just gonna stop. Okay, so before I get started, I just want to remind you that I do have many social media accounts: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, for Organized Adult. And so if you want to go ahead and follow me on those, especially Instagram, I update Instagram every day. Oh yeah, and Snapchat too. I update Snapchat almost every day. So if you want to go and subscribe or follow me on those social medias, feel free. The link is always down below. As well as join the email list. I send out a weekly Organized Adult email filled with like what the posts were for the past week, just so you don't miss anything, and like what the upcoming post is going to be, and anything else that happened as far as Organized Adult this week, and like links to everything, and reminders about like giveaways and stuff, so that you don't like miss out on any giveaways. So if you want to join that email list, just go to my blog, organizedadult.com, and on the sidebar you should see a place for you to put in your email to join the email list. So with that, let's get started. Okay, so today we're obviously going to be talking about how to make an exercise plan for yourself. And I feel like this might seem maybe like kind of obvious, but I'm someone, like, I'm not on a sports team. I have been for many years in my past, but I'm not on a sports team right now, and I still want to be able to keep up my physical exercise. So I need to be able to come up with a plan for myself so that I can like put out the steps, put it down on paper, and like get it done. Because if I don't have a plan and I don't have like a system that I'm going to use to like make myself go to the gym or know what I'm going to do once I get to the gym, I feel like that happens a lot where I'll get to the gym and they'll be like, all right, I'm going to go on the elliptical and then what, you know? So if I come up with an exercise plan and I stick to it, I know that I'm going to have a lot greater success with keeping up my physical exercise. So I want to start off by talking about why you should even exercise. Obviously there's, like the obvious reasons of physical health and losing weight. A lot of people exercise for that reason, but I think that one kind of undervalued reason to exercise is your mental health, especially if you're a college student like myself. Doing physical exercise is I think so important, because it gets you outside of like your desk and classrooms and your computer and books and paper, and it really gives you a space to just like be physical and just like forget about stuff and like clear your head, and like anti-anxiety treatment. Like it's just really important as far as mental health in college, because as I'm sure you know, if you're a college student, like you can get so overwhelmed so fast. And even if you're not a college student, like life is overwhelming sometimes. So exercise can be a really healthy like space to go to, kind of get out of your own head and get your sweat on and just kind of feel better about yourself. And I feel like this is such like an undervalued thing as well, that I never feel bad after working out. Like I have never had like it has only ever benefited me mentally and physically. So it's like, why wouldn't I try to do it more, you know? Okay, so the next step in making an exercise plan is kind of deciding what you want for yourself. Like, what do you want to get out of your exercise? There's obviously like a lot of commercials and marketing out there telling you what you should want out of your exercise, but I think you kind of have to sit down and think to yourself, like, what do I actually want to do with my exercise? Whether that be like improve like your cardio distance or your heart rate, or do you want to like lift and get super toned, or do you want to do a combination, or do you just want to kind of like maintain and just do it for like a mental health thing? Like you're not necessarily striving for some physical goal, you just kind of want to incorporate working out into your life for, mental health benefits, or just to maintain yourself so you don't gain weight? Or do you just kind of want to incorporate fitness and exercise in just like your basic daily living? Like you're not someone that really like feels like they need to go to the gym or like go outside and run. You just kind of want to like live your life and like walk your dog or like play with your friends or your brother or your son or something in the backyard or your daughter. um, or you just kind of want to like go to the park with your friends or something. Like you just want to kind of keep exercise to like a minimal level but still want to keep up with it. Like you're not saying that like you're never going to be physical, but you don't necessarily want to go to a gym or like run to get that done. Like maybe you just want to like walk or something outside or get physical exercise that way. Okay, I think the next step in coming up with your exercise plan is deciding when you're going to work out. So if you're someone that wants to go to the gym or wants to like go outside and run or do something outside, like you need to decide when you're going to work out. For me personally, I have recently made the shift from trying to work out in the afternoon to working out first thing in the morning. And the reason that I did this was because if I, like, yes, every day I could work out in the afternoon. Like, it could happen. It's still good. Like, I could sleep that extra, hour or 45 minutes and do it in the afternoon. But it was such, like, a bearing on my mental health that, like, and this might sound ridiculous to some people, but I would dread going to the gym every day. Like, I would go to class, I would go to work, and I'd be like, oh, I have to go to the gym later. Oh, I have to go to the gym later. And that's, like, all I would think about. And like I couldn't focus on like my classes because I was like, oh, I have to go to the gym later. And like I was like eating weirdly because I was like, well, I don't want to be full like after lunch and like not be able to go to the gym. Like it was just kind of like taking over my life. And like not that fitness and physical health isn't important, like it obviously is, but I feel like if you're not like training for something specific, like you don't want it to take over your life. Like you probably have a million other things going on in your life, like a million other areas that you want to focus on. So why would you want exercise to become a part of your daily life? So I switched over to working out in the morning a couple times a week, and I'll talk about that in a second. But I switched over to working out in the morning because I really believe in the saying, like, eat the frog first, or like, start your day by eating your frog, or whatever. And so, what the frog is, it's like, okay, obviously, it would be disgusting to eat a frog, not a dog, a frog. Um, that would be awful. So, if you start your day doing the thing that you like the least, then your day can only get better from there. And, like, it might sound kind of weird, but I don't know, like, I don't love exercise. Like, I don't love going to the gym. It's not my favorite part of my day at all, but it's something that I know that I need to do and something that, like, when I'm laying in bed at night and I think about my life, I'm like, all right, Delaney, like, you worked out 3 times this week, like, check, like, good for you. Like, you're, like, living your life, It's something that I can be proud of for myself. So working out in the morning really helps with that because I wear my workout clothes to bed, except for, like, my sports bra, obviously, and I just throw that on, grab my headphones, my water, and my phone, and walk over to my college gym, which is like literally like so close, and just like get it done. And I only spend probably like 35 to 45 minutes in the gym a couple times a week, and that's like good enough for me right now. Like if I want to increase that, I will. If I don't, I won't, So deciding what time of day that you want to work out is a big part of committing to working out because it needs to be a time that's going to work for you. It needs to be a time that you'll be able to commit to, and it needs to kind of like always be there. That was another part of working out in the morning, was that I never really knew like 100% what my days are going to look like in college. Like I don't know if I'm going to need to go to office hours at 2 p.m., that day, or if I'm going to have to run to this meeting that I forgot about. So it would be so easy for things to get in the way of my exercise if it was, at 2 p.m. in the afternoon, whereas if it's at 7:38 or 8 a.m., I know I have nothing going on at that time. It's me time. It's my time to go to the gym, and nobody can interrupt that, and it never will be interrupted because my day doesn't normally start until 9:45 or 10 a.m. as far as school and work goes. So you have to pick a time that you can commit to. Maybe that's at night. I know that I'm really tired at nighttime, but if you're like a night owl, then sure, do that. I know a lot of college gyms or, a lot of 24-hour fitness gyms are open late, but you really have to just decide on a time that works best for you. Another thing that you need to decide as far as when you will work out is how many times a week you're going to work out. Saying you're going to work out 7 days a week is pretty crazy and a really big goal and probably unattainable. So I would say, like, for me personally, as a college student, I aim to work out 3 to 4 times a week. That seems attainable to me. I want to make sure that I work out 3, but if I work out 4, then great. If I don't, okay. But 3 days a week seems like a good number for a college student. If you're like someone that works like a 9 to 5 job, then maybe you want to commit to like 4 times a week, like Monday through Thursday or something, because I know like Fridays, nobody wants to go to the gym after work. Like they want to go home and start their nighttime activities or whatever. So, or maybe like the weekends are easier for you to work out. So maybe you want to work out like twice, like Saturday, Sunday, and then like twice during the week or once during the week or something. You really have to decide how many times and what days and what time you're going to work out, and like look at your schedule and be able to fit it in and schedule it. You need to schedule this time, like whether you use Google Calendar or like a paper calendar or whatever. And I'm going to talk more about this in a little bit, but you need to like write it down or type it out that like this is my workout time, because if you don't, things that don't get scheduled don't happen. Like if you don't commit to your schedule and commit to having a schedule and say, okay, I committed that I'm going to work out tomorrow at 8 a.m. from 8 to 9 a.m., like it's not going to happen. You're always just going to think, oh, tomorrow I will, and then tomorrow comes and it's 4 p.m. and you still haven't worked out, or, I'll start that next week, and then next week comes. We all have been here. We all know what this is. So you definitely need to pick how many times a week, what days, what time, and then maybe even get it down to like how long. Like I usually like to give myself an hour just in case I need it, but I never go that full hour. Like I said, like 35 to 45 minutes is good for me, especially if I'm doing cardio. Like cardio is like a good way to get like, you could get like a 10-minute workout in with cardio. Just like do some sprints outside or something for like 10 minutes and then, you're done for that day. I wouldn't do that every day necessarily, because sometimes you want to, do longer cardio workouts or maybe lift some weights or do some push-ups or some other things to train your body. But I mean, if you're super desperate for time or you are just like not feeling it that day, going outside and doing 10 minutes of something is super attainable. Okay, the next step in developing an exercise plan is to make your own plan or copy someone else's. And what I mean by that is I like to, in the calendar of my iPhone, I like to go in and, I'll put like workout from 8 to 9 a.m. in there as a block. And then in the note section, I like to write specifically what I'm going to do, like down to how many push-ups, how many sit-ups, how long am I going to run for, how much stretching am I going to do, like super specific, because I don't know about you, but at 8 a.m., like my mind is not there. Like I am not, thinking about that. And the fact that like you don't want to dedicate mental energy to working out. It should just kind of be like a mindless thing, after you've planned it out. So I go in and like specifically write out what I'm going to do and where I get this from. So you can either come up with your own plan and say like, okay, I know my body. I feel like I can commit to like running a mile a couple times a week and doing some sit-ups and doing some push-ups and doing some wall sits. And so then you would commit to that and write out specific numbers. So maybe you want your Mondays to be easier than your Wednesdays. So you would say, okay, on Monday, and you would type it out in the notes section of your phone or in a planner or in your calendar or on like a Post-it note. I've used that before, and like I bring the Post-it note to the gym and I like stick it on the treadmill, or I'll like stick it on the front of my phone or whatever. You want to write out like your gym to-do list. So like run 1 mile and then 25 push-ups and then 35 sit-ups and then 2 1-minute wall sits or whatever you want to do. Like you want to write out like a specific to-do list for your gym sessions so that you can get done what you want to get done. So that's one way of coming up with your own exercise plan. Or you can copy someone else's. My new favorite thing as far as, so one of my goals for 2016 is to run a 5K. I didn't write it out in my goals because I feel like that's kind of like a materialistic thing to put in my goals, but it's definitely a goal that I have in the back of my mind. I want to run a 5K sometime between April and May. So to do that, I knew that I had to come up with a running program because I'm super out of shape right now, especially as far as running goes, and I need to get myself back to a place where I can run for, a significant time. 5K is pretty significant to me. So to do that, I was like, all right, what training program am I going to use? So I found the Couch to 5K training app where it's 3 times a week, which is perfect for me. And it takes you through a different running workout each day that you want to work out. And it's right on my phone. It's an app. I think it was like $2 or $3. Totally worth it to me. And basically I'll just like get on the treadmill and open that app and do that. So in my gym to-do list, it just says 5K training run. And then whatever it is that day, Couch to 5K will tell me. I don't even have to think about it, and I just go and do it. Then as far as, toning and other types of workout programs that you can choose, like obviously there's a million out there, and like if you go on Pinterest or other websites, like there are a million training programs out there. But one that I really like is BuzzFeed's like workout challenges. And if you just search like January workout challenge or something in BuzzFeed, I really like it because so they not only give you like X number of days that you're supposed to do their workouts, they give you specific workouts, and they show you the pictures of what those workouts are supposed to be, and like they'll give you like a timer. Like obviously I'm going to use my own phone timer for like wall sits or stretching or cool down or stuff like that, but they give you a timer like in the app, so you could literally just open the article in the app and do your workout from that. So it's definitely always an option to come up with your own workout plan, or you can take someone else's, take some other companies, and then you literally don't have to think about it, and you just write it on your gym to-do list and get it done. Okay, so the last part of making an exercise plan, which I've already talked about a little bit, is you want to write it out in some way and be super specific. Like I talked about making your gym to-do list. And you want to put it somewhere that's going to be easy for you to take with you and easy to see and all these things. So, I guess some of your options would include, like a Google or iPhone calendar on your phone so that you only have to take your phone. Like for me, I listen to podcasts and music while I work out from my phone, and then I'll also have my gym to-do list / calendar in my phone, so that's easy for me. But if you're a paper person, which sometimes I am, most of the time I am actually, you can put it in a paper calendar or a paper planner and take that with you. But you just want to, obviously be sure to remember to bring it with you, which for some people might be hard, but for other people you can just throw it in your gym bag if you have one and take it with you. So having a plan, scheduling it in, being super specific, these are all things that are going to make your exercise plan so much easier to attain. And, I learned most of this stuff from Gretchen Rubin, and I will link in. I did a video about podcasts, and I mentioned her in it, her podcast, where I've gotten a lot of these ideas from, and she's a huge source of inspiration as far as, getting things done and scheduling in things that are important to you. I don't know which side on YouTube the card goes in, but I'll put it somewhere. I think it's this side. I don't know. But, so scheduling it in, being specific, writing it down, having a plan. These are all things that are going to make your exercise plan happen, and you're going to be so much happier. Like I said, that moment that you're just lying in bed at night and you're sitting on the couch and you're thinking about your life and you're like, I'm someone that works out, like I'm someone that sets out a plan that they want to do and I accomplish it. And applying this logic to other things in your life is really key and inspirational. But as far as having an exercise plan, this is definitely one way to go about it, and in my opinion, one of the best ways to go about it. So if you enjoyed this video, I encourage you to subscribe and like and leave me a comment if this was helpful for you or any other suggestions that you may have about my videos. And as always, check out the coordinating blog post that's linked below. I usually write out the stuff that I talk about so that, after you've watched my video once, if you don't want to go back and watch it again, or you just want a refresher, or you just prefer reading things, totally go over to my blog post and, check out any posts that you may have missed or whatever. So with that, I hope you guys are having a great day and a great week, and I hope that this will help your exercise dreams come true. Bye, guys.